in your head, you're going, boy, I sure do
need to work on.
I need to send that money from Venmo over to the bank and not let it just sit there.
Yeah, I need to work on point 2.
How much cash do I have in my bank?
Yeah. We're going to talk about 5 measures that you can take to prevent financial infidelity in your relationship. The first one is communication, but it's not just any communication, right?
Right. It's money talk, right?
Yeah.
Communicating about finances, communicating about facts, communicating hopes and dreams, communicating values, communicating priorities, delegating what that means for each one of you, et cetera, right? There's many pieces under this communication.
Right. And it shouldn't just be a one-offer. It's a dialogue.
Yes.
It's an ongoing dialogue. Like, you should not feel that same sense of reservation, I guess, that you would if somebody else was talking to you about your money. You should be comfortable talking about money.
Yeah, I think when you need to talk about it, create a budget, a plan, and check in on that. When there's more transitions happening, move, job losses, education, expenses, et cetera, you're going to talk more often, right? But you need to have enough of a structure, a plan that works regularly enough that the plan is working and you talk about it as it goes, right? It's about not just what you say, but how you say it.
Right.
And so, yes, you need to have the plan of what you talk about, but you need to also say it regularly enough, right?
Yeah.
And so the frequency is going to change. Yeah. Depending on those life transitions and circumstances.
Right. I agree. This one's really important too, is get involved. A lot of times families will set it up to where one person handles the finances, right? Yep. And there was no financial infidelity that happened in our relationship, but what we did experience was that me in particular, was feeling a lot of pressure with the finances because I knew everything that came in and everything that went out. Because my wife wasn't watching what's coming in and coming out, relying on me, the issue she was dealing with is feeling...
You.
Is feeling what?
Feeling you. You're the one that says that can't happen right now, rather than it's not Josh saying that. It's not Josh saying that. It's the account saying
that. But that's the way you said it perfectly, because that is how it felt, right? Like, and that's probably how she was receiving it. And then she even agreed to that she needed to get involved in it. And to this day, we sit down with our computers and look at the accounts, and she has a spreadsheet. I've never seen her spreadsheet, never seen it, because it's not for me, it's for her, right? And I'm glad she has it. Yeah. So get involved. If you're not involved with your finances, get involved. The third thing is basically to have a good understanding of your relationship with money.
Yes, I agree.
And ideally, your partner's relationship with money.
This kind of just reiterates what therapy is at its core. Know thyself, right? So know your relationship with money. Know what money means to you, right? Yeah. Know how you do money. Know how you BS yourself about money. Yeah. Because if I have loose cash in my purse, I'm going to spend it on... Diet Coke and packs of gum and just, stuff that's not bad, but just I didn't really need it.
You know what's hard for me is, to me, Venmo money isn't money.
Because it's in Venmo.
Yeah, because I'm like, that's just extra money. Yeah, that's just like free money or something. Like, it's like, no, that's actually money.
It's real money, Josh. It's funny, all these things that we do. Because, cash to me doesn't feel like real money. It's already been pulled out of the account. So it doesn't exist anymore. It's just in paper.
Cash to me is the realest form of money.
See, I know.
Like,
it's
I'm like,
so
that's
different.
Real money right
I was
there.
the person that paid with a card for $2.17 before anybody else did. Because if it's in the bank, it's real. If it's cash, it's not real.
Yeah.
But this is knowing this stuff about yourself, right?
Yeah.
And then being able to communicate it to the people that impacts. Right. That's a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's beyond like your perception of money, and like, those little kind of quirky things. Sure. But kind of take a deeper dive too, if you're able to, and understanding like, do you deprive yourself?
Yes,
are you
sure.
Are you an overspender?
But to know this stuff, you're right, the deeper stuff, like what does money mean again on that level of do I hoard it, do I blow it, how do I use it to numb, how do I use it to feel in control, and any of those across the spectrum of those kind of things. And then you got to be honest about it. And I do think we live in a world where it's a little easier to be honest, in the sense that there are tons of apps, even banks will categorize all your spending for you. So, the other day I read some article that said you should be spending about 8% of your monthly income on your groceries. So I was like, I'm going to calculate how much I spend on groceries. I do not. I spend almost 11%, more over 11%.
I want to know.
Yeah, I went over. So now I'm like, what does this mean?
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I haven't got that far yet, right? But I could do that. I could get that. It's kind of like writing down your food, right? When you're trying to figure out how to be healthy, right? Is you got to write it down. You can look at where you're spending, and that can tell you some things. That's a good way to get honest and be aware of what you're doing with money.
Right. So kind of on that same note, like, and this is under the same point of knowing your relationship with money, is knowing your partner's relationship with money. Now, you may not have the type of relationship where you can have that conversation with your partner. Your communication or your just the connection levels might not be there. But you can watch your partner spend money. I mean, you can. Yeah, you can see. Now if there's financial infidelity, there might be some secret spending. But with what you are able to observe and notice, most partners know if I have a partner that overspends, or a partner who doesn't ever buy themselves anything, or a partner who only spends cash or never spends cash. You can get an idea just by paying attention,
I think
paying
so.
close
Yeah,
attention.
you can. That's the good thing about pattern.
Right, exactly.
And so this kind of leads to the next point, right? Just have a plan, and not just a budget, but a plan, right? A budget, to me, budget can be a lot of things, but I think budget is about here's the money coming in, here's the money going out, here's what we got to pay and what times. But I think a plan too is like the meaning behind it. Well, what are you saving for? Right. What is what makes that spending in that category? Like if I'm spending 11% in groceries instead of 8%, right? And how does the plan accommodate that? And what's the point of that? Right.
And I think it needs to be, rigid enough to where you're held accountable to it, but not so rigid that it can't be changed.
Right.
It needs to have some flexibility in there too,
Every
because
successful plan.
your financial situation will change. The last one I think is also really important. Is to have a financial advisor. What people don't realize sometimes is that a lot of them will meet with you and do a full financial assessment for free, and tell you how you're looking on things and what you need to do. And one of the most comforting things my financial advisor said to me once is, he's like, Josh, I am not going to let you get yourself into trouble. The peace of mind that gave me, somebody who knows the world of money
and knows your money
and knows my money, told me that he's got, and having somebody like that I think is crucial. But those are 5
I hope that's
things.
helpful. Yeah.
It's something you might notice about these 5 things too, is that this would be good for anybody to do.
This is not just for, that's why it's called preventative.
Right. Adulting. We are not financial experts. No. We're not financial advisors. No. But I feel like that we can speak to this because it is also part of what, kind of a base level, what we would need to know to help somebody manage this part of their life, which is also good for their mental health.
That's right. It is. Sure. Yeah.
Now I just need to do it. For now, we will sign off.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks everybody for being here.